for parents with kids that obviously are on the Snapchats, the dating apps, the social medias of the world. I'll ask you that first. What advice do you give to them?
Parents need to create an environment where a child can come to them and tell them what happened online. Early in the predator investigations, I had a dozen middle schoolers. Mm-hmm. And I said, show me a hand. How many of you have had an adult approach them in an uncomfortable way? All raise your hands. How many of you told your parents? 2. Why not? We're afraid they take away the computer, the internet, the phone. Sextortion. I've sat with parents whose kids killed themselves because they thought a sexually explicit picture that they had given to someone they thought was a girl and ended up being a scam artist from half a world away in Western Africa.
Right.
They couldn't come to grips with the fact in their 15, 16-year-old mind that they were going to get through it. And instead of talking to their parents about it, that mind is not developed enough to see past the initial issue. And these kids have killed themselves. Straight A students, athletes, good kids. Mm-hmm. The better the kid, the more pressure it seems on them to
perform,
sadly take their own life.
Yeah.
And, you got to have a mechanism for your kid to come to you and say, I screwed up. This happened. And these weren't bad parents. These are some of the best parents you could ever want.
Right.
But the kid was just afraid to go do it. And so you have to initiate that conversation with them and say, look, come to me. Mm-hmm. We have a policy here where if you do this, you're not going to get in trouble for it. Just let me know what's going on. We'll fix it together.
Right. Every parent, and as someone that has been through mental health issues since I was 14, every parent wants to be supportive. And when you're on the other side of it as a kid, you try to figure out.
Yeah,
can
but
I say this?
sometimes you don't want to hear bad news. You know,
Right.
and parents today are much better than parents were, 2 generations ago. I mean, people are just more educated and more understanding. Mm-hmm. But you still have to be proactive and say, look, what's going on? And, I want you to know that if this happens, you can come to me.
Right.
Guys are dopey at 15, 16. I know you're dopey at 15, 16. But if something happens to your dopey self, let's fix it. In spite of the increased awareness that I think the Predator series has achieved, the internet has exploded in terms of social media platforms.
Right.
And there are more platforms upon which an adult can approach a child than ever before. And it's not going away.
Right.
So the awareness is there. It's increased vastly, but the opportunity has also exponentially increased. So it's not going away.
Right.
So you need to create this wall of protection informationally around your children. And you need to explain to them from the very first moments they're online that there are adults out there who want to trick you.
Right.
And you need to monitor and continue this discussion.